How's it going, guys? Hello, this is Nioh. We are Eurokies. I'm Marcel, and with me today.
Brendan, hey, how you doing?
Hey, mate, that was awkward silence.
My apologies. My apologies. I'm here, I'm ready.
Yeah, so this game, I was playing, I'm playing it right now. It's kind of awesome. It's kind of my jam. It's kind of a Dark Souls, but not. Imagine a hardcore gameplay of Dark Souls, but set in ancient Japan, set in medieval Japan. I mean, it's the 17th century, right? But still, it's imagine samurais, demons, undead, more samurais, ninjas, and basically ass kicking. I mean, what do you make of it, mate?
Yeah, you know, strangely, I haven't played this game, just to be plainly obvious with everyone. If anyone's familiar with my Dark Souls opinions, they will understand why I maybe haven't invested in this game. But what I quite like is, even though you say it's set at the time period it's at, it almost has a futuristic look about it.
I mean, yes and no. I mean,
well, the magic element, if you like, gives it just that.
Yes, it does have the game does have a magic, does have like weapons, like, you know, muskets, like pistols, very simple, very simplistic, but it does have firearms. The magic is not straightforward like you think, you know, like a fireballs and lightning from the tip of the fingers. It's more ritualistic, more like you're making talismans, you prepare like a pills with the poison, or like special potions that you can drink before combat, or you can put it on your weapon, so make it enchanted with weapon enchanted with lightning or poison power, or you can make yourself resistant to damage, this sort of shit, right? So it's a bit different, kind of like this approach. On top of that, you got very tight controls, very good combat. We're fighting here Japanese vampire, basically. She's a woman that kills men and drinks their blood, and she's kind of undead. She's kind of like have a wings, sexy, deadly monster, and she's really aggressive. She will kick your ass, mate.
I can see that.
I died like 10 times or more, mate, in this combat alone.
Wow, must have been infuriating.
I mean, at first it was enjoyable. Somewhere in the middle, it was like a bit infuriating. But by the end, I was like, "Yeah,
I've got you.
I got you, babe. I got you set. I got your movement. I know you're gonna do grab movement over here. I know you're gonna try to cast your shit." She basically have a few deadly movements, like she can paralyze you. When you're paralyzed, you can't do anything. One of the magic you can use on yourself can make you immune to paralyze or resistant, right? You also have like a needle for acupuncture they can use on yourself, an item, so it will make you immune to paralyze as well.
That's an interesting way of doing it. Yeah.
It is very interesting. It's very cool. Basically, the game is solid, very solid gameplay. If you're looking for a challenge, if games like Dark Souls, it is. You can tell. If you played the Dark Souls before and you play this game, you can tell it is heavily inspired by Dark Souls. You can see the influences straight away. Some of the mechanics are just translated to the game, like without changing anything.
I mean, that's cool, because they've taken, if you like, you know, the whole mechanics of the Dark Souls that people that play the games have come to like and appreciate, but almost lifted it and put it into another world.
Yes.
I suppose there's legs in that, really.
I mean, you know, if you see something in the other game, I'm talking to like developers, they won't listen, you know. No one cares really about my opinion, but if you see cool mechanic in a different game, you can borrow it. You know, I'm not saying copy it, like copy paste, word to word, but you can basically borrow shit, mate, and there's no shame in it. If you can improve it, if you can build it,
even better.
By all means, borrow it. Borrow some stuff from the best and improve it, make it your own, and add some stuff as well from yourself, and you got a recipe for success, man. You have a formula that will work.
Nice.
Basically, I really like the game. I really like it. A few criticisms I noticed. Environments. Environments are kind of more of the same. If you know what I mean.
Right, yeah.
You got a Japanese dark, moody village like over here, right?
Yes, you can see like the wooden kind of pagodas.
Yeah. It's awesome. First 3 times it's awesome, right? But then you have a forest level. So I'm thinking, okay, no more villages. And then another forest, and then village, and more forest, and more village. And then, okay, we have dungeons, or some kind of cave. Okay, but they have a cave next to village, and close to the forest, and you have a cave and forest, forest and village. And you have kind of, you know, every now and then the game breaks the routine. You can replay the quests because you can select the missions for like a map, overall map. So you can go the same missions, do it a couple of times to gain experience with an item, with the loot. There's also something called Twilight missions, basically the normal missions but on steroids. The enemies are like 10 times tougher, there's more of them, they're more deadly, and the items also are better, right? So it's...
So, more pain for more games.
Exactly.
The question that I've just thought of, to be honest, from an immersive gameplay kind of level, are the creatures based on any real Japanese mythology? Or?
Yes, very much so. All the creatures, all the demons are based on the Japanese mythology.
Excellent.
Even the characters are based on real people.
Right, really?
Yeah. The main character, I think it's, I don't remember, it's Wilhelm something. He was the guy who shipwrecked on the coast of Japan. And he was basically one of the first white samurais.
Right.
So he was he adopted the culture, and I believe he was like an advisor to one of the Japanese shoguns. I might be wrong over here, but I read it somewhere that would base the story of the game.
That's cool, because for me, stuff like that kind of adds that bit of depth to the game.
Yeah,
I agree. You know.
And yeah, I'm basically very much so in love in game. I'm just right now. I'm past the honeymoon period, so I'm noticing the
grind.
Yeah. Gameplay wise, you have nothing on that game, right? Controls epic. Gameplay very good. It's just sometimes it feels outside of that when I mentioned, you know, forest, villages, and you know, a bit of a same environment. There is sometimes you can feel this almost too much of mechanics in the game.
Yeah.
You can almost say there's too much shit in it.
Right. Yeah.
If they would strip out, I would say 30% of what's there, I think the game would gain a lot.
Right.
There's a few mechanics, few like additional stuff in there that it doesn't improve the gameplay a lot.
But also it gets quite repetitive as well, and you feel, is this necessary?
Yes, exactly. That's a question I ask myself a lot lately when I'm playing this game. Is this really necessary? Does it have to be here? Does it have to? I mean, yes, it adds another level of the game. It adds more depth, but it also for me as a player, I like to be 100% involved in the game.
Yeah.
So it adds like another level of pressure on me. Like, shit, should I be using this? Am I playing it wrong? Am I doing it right? And it's like unnecessary, really unnecessary.
Yeah.
They could easily strip it down, and the game sometimes less is more.
Yes, absolutely. We've said it in other games where they've added that new mechanic, and we've felt, yeah, that's cool. But then you maybe only do it 2 or 3 times in a game. So it's kind of like, okay, you've added that and it's felt really good. But if I was to continue doing that over and over and over, it would get repetitive and annoying. Yes. So, you know, like say, sometimes less is more.
I agree. Yeah, very much so. So you're fighting over here like this enemy, it's Oni. It's like a Japanese demon, very deadly. There's a few mechanics that, like I'm saying, they are like brand new to this game. For example, if you see, it's have like an aura on the floor. It's basically he made this area maybe not toxic, but he contaminated with like a evil energy. Okay, and when you're standing on it, your stamina doesn't regenerate. I think it regenerates very, very slowly. And this game is all about, just like Dark Souls, stamina management. Stamina management. So you have to be very, very careful how you fight them and where to fight those horrible enemies. There's so much stuff in this game, and I really like it. Yes, you can replay it. People doing I noticed doing the challenge runs, because after you wrap your head around the gameplay and around what to do in this game, the game loses a bit of an edge of the challenge. And I noticed people doing challenges like killing enemies just with their fist, with their no weapons, or like level 1 challenge, finish the game without leveling up. And this sort of stuff. So it is. They're doing the same stuff they did with Dark Souls, basically, which is great, which is cool, which is great to watch. Skillful people playing this game to their maximum potential. Really, I will recommend this game to anyone who likes the challenge, solid gameplay, and Japanese theme. If you're in love, like me, with Japanese culture, and you like a bit of a samurai for the breakfast, before the breakfast, after the breakfast, slashing stuff with your katana, this is the game for you.
Nice.
And yeah, mate, I don't think you should play it though.
No, I don't think this is a game for me.
No, definitely not. Anyway, guys, that's it from me. I hope we see you soon with some other gameplay here on Eurokies Entertainment. See you guys.
Cheers. If you'd like to see more of Marceli playing this game, hit us up in the comments and we can do that.
I mean, it's possible. For the right amount. Oh, snap. Right, see you guys.
See ya.